Hello world, it's Curtis Potter with Boundless Inspiration. My pastor used to say this. He said it was called news, weather, and sports, right? And that's where when you walk up to somebody, you're like, hey, how are you doing? And they say, I'm good, how are you? I'm good, have a great day, pretty much, right? Like most conversations don't go past news, weather, and sports. Especially in a time where our attention span is so just minute. Like you've got 3 to 11 seconds to gain my attention. So most times that's about as deep as it goes. And then if you ask somebody how you doing and they're like, oh man, I'm going through this, I'm going through that, I'm dealing with this, I'm dealing with that. You know, a lot of times you can see they're like, man, I wasn't trying to ask all that. I just really wanted you to say, I'm good, how are you? Good, and see you later, right? But that's the world we live in. Unless it's a really, really close person in your circle, they don't want to know. But see, I wasn't happy with having those types of conversations. Like, you know what, I might as well just save the time in saying that. If it's not genuine, if it's not authentic, if I'm not really asking somebody, how are you doing, then what is the point of me even asking for you to give me a nonchalant response? So what I started doing, people are like, oh, I'm good, I'm whatever, you know. Well, when people say I'm fine, I'm like, just fine? You're above ground, you're blessed, you look healthy, you have a job, right? No matter where I'm at, I'm like quickly trying to find the positives to look at in your life, because there's always positives. So I met this guy yesterday, same thing. I'm walking out of the building, he's walking in, vice versa, you know, we're walking past each other. He's like, hey, I was like, hey, how you doing? He's like, oh, I'm fine, how are you? I said, man, I'm great, I'm blessed, I'm fantastic. And I said, and to be honest, man, like, you're just fine, you're not blessed yourself? Like the complex that I was at painting, very nice complex, downtown Indianapolis. I know what they charge for units. He was getting into a Lexus. I was like, look, man, I don't mean to just get into your life because we don't know each other. I said, one, you live downtown Indianapolis. Like, I know it's not cheap to live here. 2, you're getting into a Lexus. Like, come on, man. You know, you're making more money than a lot of people, I assume. 3, dude, you're above ground. You look healthy. I said, man, last week I got the news that 2 people I know passed away. I said, man, you're blessed because you woke up today. And he's like, you're right, man. Thanks. It's like, you're welcome, man. Have a great day, dude. Got in his vehicle, went to leave. I started getting stuff out of my truck and so forth. And I had to walk back to the maintenance shop. So I started walking, and all of a sudden I hear, hey. And I look over. I was like, what's up, man? It's that same guy. And he's like, dude, like right before he went out the gate, it's a gated community. He's like, dude, I saw you in my mirror and I had to talk to you, man. He said, to be honest, dude, I'm struggling this morning. And I already knew that I was going into my day with negativity. And he's like, I was like, man, that's all right, man. You know, we have that, and everything happens for a reason. The people you pass every single day is for a reason. Every single person you pass, you have an opportunity to broaden your network, and you can either help them, they can help you, or you both can help each other, right? And I said, man, I was like, I do motivational speaking, mentoring, life coaching. Do you want to talk about it? Do you want to talk about why you're struggling? And he opened up to me. 10-year relationship that ended, and he's just like, dude, I thought I was going to be with this person for the rest of my life, and they already had somebody that they were talking to, so they were just out of my relationship right into the next one. So it's not even affecting them mentally, but I'm questioning, like, did I just waste 10 years of my life? And I started talking with him, and I said, man, I actually understand how you feel. I had essentially the same type of situation happen. And I said, you know what, though? Don't look at it as a failure. Those were 10 years where you learned so many valuable lessons, and everything happens for a reason, and it happens for your good. You just have to believe that. Everything, and say it, even if you're going through hell. This happened for my good. I know it. So what lesson can I learn from it? What are you trying to show me? And what direction am I supposed to go? Am I just supposed to utilize this to not make that same mistake again? No, that's not the only reason. That is one of the big reasons you go through stuff. You've got to learn those lessons and not make those same mistakes. I haven't went on a date on September 1st, which is right around the corner. 1 whole year I haven't even went on a date. And I'm being intentional because I was like, you know what? Yes, that relationship failed. But there's parts of me that I didn't want to take into the next relationship. I'm not going to be perfect. I'm still going to have flaws. Boundless is an everyday journey. I said, but I knew I needed to work on some stuff so I can at least take my best version of myself into the next relationship. If you're going into the next career, go and get some training so you can take the best version of you into the next job, the new workplace, so you don't get in there and then just completely destroy it like you may have done in your current job, right? So I'm talking to him, and I was like, we had a great conversation, but I'm like, look, man, I've got to go. I've got to get this knocked out. So I was like, here, let me send you my contact so that way you could get a hold of me if need be, right? And we had a great conversation, but then he messaged me about an hour later and he's like, dude, I cannot thank you enough and say how grateful I am for meeting you this morning. I was actually having a terrible morning. Mentally, I was struggling like no other, and I just put on that face, like, all right, let's have a great day, right? How many times have you just put on this fake face, this poker face, where you're like, the world thinks you're doing all right, but inside you're just dying. You're struggling, right? And see, the thing is I've been through plenty of those times in my life. I've created way too many of them. I'll admit it. I created a lot of them. But it was when I started getting it out. I started connecting with other people. I started helping other people. I was having a great day, right? And then when I just realized, when he told me that, like, dude, you just changed my day and you changed my life. Man, that just made... boom, that made my day go even higher, where I'm like, man, the joy, the gratitude. And as I was talking to him, I was reminding myself, like, dude, everything happens for a reason. I was like, man, search for those reasons. Say, what was the reason? What was the lesson? What was the blessing? The reason, the lesson, the blessing out of this situation, even if it sucks. I said, man, you get a flat tire, it saved you from getting in a wreck that could have killed you. It saved you from getting in a wreck that could have killed somebody else. Like that burden you would have had if you would have gotten a wreck, maybe texting and driving, gotten a wreck, killed somebody, killed a family, killed a kid, even killed a dog. It saved you, man. It was a blessing. Just ask yourself, why am I going through this? What are those 3? Lesson, blessing, reason. Why am I going through this? How can I become a better version of myself through this? And how can I start having more authentic, deep conversations versus just looking back and being like, all right, I'm 40. Man, where did time go? And not even having some memorable, deep experiences in your life. I hope this helped. Please put in the comment section for all the viewers that see this video how any time where you just started a conversation and actually allowed yourself to be open, or even listen to somebody so you allowed them to be open and authentic with you, and how it created an amazing opportunity for growth, or opportunities for you both to elevate. So that way the viewers can see that and be inspired to have those deep conversations. Every single day, we're on this journey together of becoming boundless. I love you all. Have a great day.